Hello and good evening and welcome to Flight 666 from Johannesburg to Stansted. We are taking the 747 Whiskey Yankee today on behalf of Air Iceland, almost mimicking the flight of 666, the Iron Maiden flight. We're going from runway 3 left very shortly. We're pretty much ready to go. All that's left for me to do now is just close some doors and remove some of the things that are connected. Close all the doors as well, I think. So we're just going to get the aircraft ready for the before start procedure. Oh, sorry, before start checklist.
Release parking brakes.
Hang on. Someone's eager. So before start checklist, flight deck door is closed and locked. Passenger signs are on. Main control panel V2 is 179, 169 up, down the bottom, plus 10's 179, heading to 3034, which is runway 3 left, and 10,000 feet. CD pre-flight has been completed. Trim is 6.3 units, we'll just pull that back. Taxi and takeoff briefing, I've done that already, and the beacon is on both. Before start checklist complete. Start the A-cars.
Release parking brakes.
Brakes released.
Push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
So the auto start is on today, so we're going to start all the engines at the same time. Well, 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2. Not that one. Whoa, shutter.
Set parking brakes.
Brakes are set, cleared to disconnect. I don't know why I say that. It's habit, isn't it, really? Start disconnects.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Okay, so before taxi checklist, anti-ice is not required. Recall. Has been checked. Auto brake as RTO. Flight controls. Center. Ground equipment is clear. And we're now ready for taxi. Let's go. Let's get this show on the road. Powered by green tea with mint today. The cabin's ready for departure, so all that's left for us to do now is line up and get going once we've done the before takeoff checklist. The weather at the moment is 0808 knots, cav okay, ceiling and visibility okay, temperature 17, dew point 15, QNH 1024. The forecast, if you're flying to Johannesburg, is pretty horrible actually. I got like I'm seeing light thunderstorms and rain. Tempo 4,000 meters of mist broken at 5. With a prop 30 of tempo, 800 meters of fog, and then it'll pick up again. So it's not the greatest of weather. When's that going to be? Oh, overnight into the morning. Should be cleared up before breakfast though. We're not going to be here though. We're off to Stansted. And Stansted is looking alright at the moment. Winds 220 at 9 knots. All the 9's broken at 7. Overcast at 4. The forecast is saying up until midnight tomorrow night the winds could be coming from 230, so it's almost straight down the runway. All the 9's scattered 2,000 feet tempo between today and tomorrow morning, so this is relevant for us. 8,000 meters broken at 1,000 feet with a possibility broken at 600 feet, so there could be some low cloud tomorrow morning on arrival. Okay, so before takeoff checklist, flaps are 10 and gated, indicated the green light. We're pretty much all set to go.
Approaching 03 flat.
Clear on the approach. Okay, so land lights on. Start the clock. Advance the throttles. Take off.
Airspeed alive. Knots.
Check. This is one long takeoff roll.
Rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. So that was just a straight up D rate to take off 2. There was no assumed temperature today. I'm climbing to 1,500 feet where the climb power is going to reduce, and we should bug up as well at that point. There it goes, bug up. So the idea there is to think about your mode of lateral navigation before you leave the runway. If you're going to go for runway heading, go for runway heading. If you're going to go for lateral navigation, go for lateral navigation. And engage one of the modes after takeoff. Generally helps. Why's this thing not trimming down? Come on in. Alright, this is kind of painful. Let's pop the autopilot on. There you go. So there we go. We're on our way to London now. We're due down literally in 10 hours time. Flight plan was 10:31 and we've got 10:19 on the clock. A little after midnight Zulu, as you can see. So it's not going to be too far out. All being well, I'll see you in the morning, as long as the VAS holds up. Right, thanks very much. And from the flight deck, good morning. Time for some breakfast in the cabin. We've got about 160 miles to run to the northern coast of Africa, and then we'll be into Europe. Been going for 8 hours and 4 minutes, and our planned estimated time of arrival is in about 2 hours' time. We're pretty much where we want to be on our fuel, so all looking good so far. So yeah, we'll check in with you very soon. Okay, and welcome back to the vlog. So as you can see, we're at 40,000 feet, just about to start our top of descent into London Stansted. I've been keeping a kind of eye on it this morning. It paused earlier than I expected, to be fair. So the weather at Stansted this morning is the 1020Z weather. It's about an hour old now, actually, so I'm expecting that to update shortly. 240 at 9 knots, visibility is greater than 10 kilometres or more. Broken at 700 feet, and temperature's 8. Temperature's 8, dew point is 7. QNH 1030. So I'm surprised it's not misty, actually, with those two that close and the high pressure being that high. So it definitely is a runway 24. It used to be 23, but it must be a 24 now. Oh, 22. And it's a Laurel 4 Quebec today on the arrival. What's our... that must be Laurel, mustn't it? Given it's a Laurel 4 Quebec. Fair enough. It's nice to see that the auto tank to engine happened by itself. I'm glad it did that. Wrong way. Auto brake 2 this morning. And 1030. And our decision height today is going to be Stansted. I got the wrong runway. ILS 22. 550 feet for the Cat 1. That works. Okay, 550. So descent checklist, recall, recall. Recall's been checked. I've lost it. Auto brake is 2. Auto brake is 2. Our VREF is 135 and flaps 30. And the approach briefing. Well, what's to say? Laurel by 6,000 feet. And then we go to Barkway, coming down to 3,000 feet as we head away from the airfield. And then it's a standard ILS onto runway 22. Decision height is 550. Altitude of the aerodrome is 348, and our decision height, what am I saying? Transition altitude today, 6,000 feet. So as you can see, by putting in the start, it's actually said we're not quite ready to descend yet. So what I'll do is I'll just they're interesting enough, that says 280 and that says 390. Ah, we're going to stop here then. Stop at 3.2. This is what happens when you don't do your planning in advance. Essentially, our route in today is going to take us. We're going to cross the south coast. Where are we? Must be somewhere over Brighton, actually. Maybe a little bit to the east of Brighton. Heading towards Gatwick. Almost in a straight line for Heathrow. We're going to turn just before Heathrow and head north straight over North London. So you'd actually have some cracking views if this was an actual real-world arrival of the City of London, heading up towards Barkway, which is in Essex. Actually, it might be in Hertfordshire. But it's to the west of the Stansted, and then essentially go north and loop back in and come back into Stansted from the north. That's our approach. 50s are in. Oh. Right, so the 1050 weather is in. It's 240 at 10 knots. The visibility is still fine. Broken now at 800 feet. With a temperature of 9, dew point at 7, and a QNH of 1030. So the temperature's come up a little bit. And thus has lifted the cloud layer. Just good, we're now on track with our vertical profile, which pleases me immensely. So as you can see, just down there is Gatwick. We've got 40 miles to run to Heathrow, which will be directly ahead of us. Right, quit taking pictures. And there's the Thames Estuary. So there's London Town, Heathrow Airport. And the City of London. And this is stock scenery. Let's concentrate. Don't need to fluff that up again. So the weather's changing on us all the time since we've been on air. We've now had it's now started to update itself. So 1120s are now in, and the newest weather is 230 at 11 knots. The visibility is still great, 10 kilometers or more. Scattered at 1100 feet, temperature 9, dew point 7. So the dew point and there's still 2 degrees difference. The QNH has dropped by 1. But the cloud, or the base layer, has lifted by another couple of hundred feet. So as you can see with Stansted arrival, because of how congested the London, I'll call it the London TMA, Terminal Manoeuvring Area, the London airspace is, most of the Stansted traffic has to come in high just to get out of the way of London and Gatwick, and then also like departing Stansted and Luton traffic. So they kind of go over the top of London and then come down and sort of do this loop. They tend to have to loop around and sort of do a circuit somewhere and then come into land. I'm sure in reality it might be a bit different and they might get a few directs, you know, in lower levels, but in terms of a star, you got to go around the houses. So the green dot indicates as deceleration, which will be down to the 220 knots at Laurel, or 224 Laurel. So VREF, just to check, is 135. It's actually changed to 134 now. Flaps 10. Hopefully that glide slope will come back alive as we make the turn. 1 to go to 2.5. There we go, below the glide slope. Fantastic. Arm the localizer. There's the glide slope capture. The localizer's coming in right now. The localizer's capture. So now we're established. 2,000 feet, flaps 20, gear down. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Landing checklist. Landing checklist, spree brake is armed. Gear is down with 5 green. Gear's just down with a green light. Flaps are 30 gated and indicated. Landing checklist complete. I have control.
Approaching 2-3.
Why does it do that? Just when you think you got the glide slope and you're holding onto it, it just dips all of a sudden. Start playing yo-yos.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Landing. Goes the glide slope again.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Ah, floating. Oh, that was graceful. Very graceful. 80 knots, stow the reversers, 60 knots, release the auto brake, and we'll make our turn this time. So, landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobe light off, APU on, flaps coming up, speed brake has been pulled in, and we're off to the cargo today. Not that I know what gate number that is, or stand number. Ah! So close. Yeah, that'll do. Let's not brakes are set. How askew. Oh yeah, we're massively askew, eh? Whoops. There's the line stops. I felt like when you go into, where am I? I've got Dubai. And there's lines that show you how to go around the houses before you... Yeah. That's not my fault. I'm not taking blame for that. Alright, so beacon light off. We're going to do, what temperature is it out there? It's 9 degrees, isn't it? We'll leave the packs on for now and we'll put some heat into the aircraft once the passengers are disembarked. Put those back to auto. Nice and toasty. Fuel pumps. Oh, wrong one. Fuel pumps are off. I'm gonna go that way. They're all off, the APU gens are on. It's fine for now, so after shutdown, hydraulic panel is set, the fuel pumps are off, the flaps are up, park and brake is released, fuel control switches are cut off, and the weather radar is now off. At least I believe that's how you turn the weather radar off. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on this, my first long haul flight on the 747. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the views of London. I will speak to you very soon as we make our next leg to Dusseldorf. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Liam and you've been watching the Flymax Flights and Videos. One pilot flogging his way around the world one flight at a time. Thank you and goodbye.